one Cochran Sports Showdown is brought to you by Number One Cochran, Go One Better, and by Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield. Have a greater hand in your health.
All right, welcome back. A heartbreaking loss for the Panthers yesterday against Miami. They seem to have one every year. This was their chance to beat a team that just lost to one of the worst teams in Division I football. Miami losing to Georgia Tech, and now they had a chance to win that and get to 5 straight wins, but they found a way to blow it yesterday. And Pony, it seems like every year, you know, this was the one game where they had the chance to build some excitement around this football program again, and they failed to do it.
Yeah, because they didn't have their foot on the gas. I mean, I'm not going to complain about Narduzzi's decision not to kick the field goal as much as I am the decisions on third down before that and the subsequent possession that preceded that, where I felt like they basically were okay with running clock and just punting the ball. They played not to lose late in that game. So bottom line for me, Richie, is this. If Pitt finds a way to get to 9 wins, whether that's regular season or 8 wins and then the bowl game win, I think it's a good year. Anything short of that now, I feel like will end up being a disappointment.
Yeah, this is the typical loss for Pitt that undercuts the momentum and negates a good win like the one that they got against Central Florida. They seem to do this all the time, manage to underachieve and overachieve vastly at various points in the same season.
Oh, that's absolutely right. Their defense is good. It really is. You can finally see after all these years Narduzzi's defensive background is shining through. But you know what? Until you have a big-time quarterback in college football, chances are you're not really going to go that far.
I thought Pickett actually, Josh, had shown some growth, and that's what
lately,
was so off-putting about the game against Miami is that, from the very beginning, he seemed like he wasn't into the game, and that was, for me, a big startling or a big setback for Pitt, is that you thought you were making headway with a quarterback, which is something that has been few and far between for them.
And that's the one thing that I noticed, Tim. It seemed like the Panthers really weren't into it. Was it the weather? Was it the early start? Was it the opponent? Do these guys sometimes...
Does it matter?
No, I guess it doesn't matter.
Does it matter? I mean, like, if they don't get that they need that game for all the reasons we've just talked about, that's a Narduzzi problem, not a weather problem.
And they can still actually win the Coastal. I feel like that Thursday night North Carolina game is going to determine it.
Yeah, they're
well, they
back
got a great track record for those Thursday night North Carolina games.
Yeah, North Carolina hasn't been too good.
Ryan Switzer could have another impact.
It's been a while.
All right, well, we're going to take a break. We'll be back in a couple minutes to wrap up the show.